Hey guys, it's FIFA here and welcome to my first FIFA 15 video, and this is just a head-to-head game giving you my first impressions on the game, showing you off how the entire menu screen, the intros and that kind of stuff look on the game. So if you're only interested in the gameplay, I would recommend you to skip 4 minutes into the video, but if you want to see how the entire menu screen looks and how the intros and stuff like that looks like, I would recommend you to watch the first few minutes of the video as well. So this is basically how it looks in the game now. You might have seen it from some screenshots or a few other videos around on YouTube, and I decided to play as Arsenal, and you might be wondering why do I play as them, and the reason for that was basically last year on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, they introduced some cool cinematic views of a few different stadiums like Old Trafford, Bernabeu, Allianz Arena and so on, and they included Arsenal Stadium, the Emirates, into that as well on FIFA 15. So you get a pretty cool view of the stadium on the game, and I kind of wanted to check that out. So that was the reasoning for me playing as Arsenal. And you might notice a few players here in the lineups which have not which wasn't transferred, like Hernandez. You have Kagawa. You do not have Falcao in the United lineup, and the reason for all of that is because, well, the version of the game I played was basically, it was the final build, and the ratings were, they should be final as well, but it was not with all the transfers because this build was just before transfer deadline day, so not all of the final transfers were included in the game. So that's the reason why I do not see, for example, Falcao in the United lineup. Now, I did play this game in Canada last week for about 4 days, and I got a bunch of gameplay, and you'll see a lot of gameplay coming up on my channel over the next few weeks. I got a lot of Ultimate Team stuff, a few of the new skill games, and just trying out some of the legends, stuff like that, trying out the game, and I got a lot of gameplay for a small little montage as well, which will go up at some point as well. But there's a bunch of embargo dates for when I can upload different stuff. So today was the first day I was allowed to upload FIFA 15 content, and on the 10th I'm allowed to upload stuff with some of the legends. So you'll see maybe the likes of Okocha, Valderrama, the Laudrup brothers, Schmeichel, stuff like that in some squad builders from then on. And then next week I'm allowed to upload the cinematic video with some new skill moves, some new celebrations, stuff like that, and some cool goals overall. But yeah, that's just a bit of an overview of what is going to happen on my channel over the next few weeks. But this video is also a bit of a first impressions video on the game, because as I said, I played it for a few days in Canada last week, and there's a lot of new things in the game compared to FIFA 14, or a lot of things that feels different. So I'd say the shooting, it feels very different compared to FIFA 14. The passing feels different to some extent. The keepers are definitely different. They got their new keeper AI into the game. And then there's free kicks. I really do like the way they are on FIFA 15. And then there's just some of the small things which really annoyed me in FIFA 14, which are gone in FIFA 15. But of course, these are just first impressions, and I know once you get to play the game for a longer period of time, there will always be something you do not like about the game. There will always be something that can be exploited, and that's how it is. But after having played just a few things, for a few days, I noticed some things which were different to 14, as I said, and I guess I'll just go over them one by one. First off, we do have the shooting. On 14, I really like to sprint, take a long touch, and shoot across goal. I felt that was a very powerful way to shoot, because you very often could challenge the keeper, get a goal, or get a corner, something like that. Now, on 15, I tried this out, and very often I would see my shots just fly out of the stadium, because it felt like if you sprinted onto the ball full speed and took a shot, or if you sprinted onto a ball in the air and tried out the volley, very often the shot would just go way wide, or at least I couldn't really figure out how to shoot that way. However, I felt if you were at slow speed and took a shot, you have more composure, more control of the shot, and you have a better effort in on goal, which felt very different to 15. And maybe I'll have to practice the shooting a little bit more to figure out how you shoot the best on the game. Now, moving on to the free kicks, on FIFA 14, it felt like you very often could only score off the driven free kick. At least that's my personal opinion. If I was close to the goal, trying to just go with a regular free kick up over the wall and into the back of the net, very often the keeper would save it. Now on 15, the long distance free kicks with the driven free kick are kind of similar to 14 in my opinion. I felt I had the same success rate of converting those shots. However, close on goal, I felt now you can go with the regular shots, no power, just a regular shot up and over the wall or around the wall, and you will have a good chance of scoring against the keeper, which is something I really do like. I feel there's a bigger success rate of scoring the free kicks close on goal, which is quite nice in my opinion. And here I have a nice little goal I managed to get in the game. I think this is the first time I pulled off that combo, a dummy past the keeper there from Özil, a nice little move to go past the keeper and get a nice little goal. And I guess that might be an effect from the new keeper AI. There's different ways you can now beat the keepers, and at the same time they can pull off some quite interesting saves. There's a lot of new animations, and it was pretty fun taking shots on the keeper, seeing the different ways they would save the ball and how they react to stuff. And I guess there's both good and bad things about, like, you can now maybe beat the keepers in different ways which you couldn't do on 14, but at the same time they can pull off some interesting saves which they might not have been able to in FIFA 14. So there's definitely some changes to the keepers, and I like them overall. They felt pretty good and as I wanted them to be, and I felt like when I played Ultimate Team, I played against, for example, Schmeichel, and he was just unstoppable. Like, he was the kind of keeper you'd expect him to be, a very, very good keeper. However, if you played against a lower-rated keeper, he wouldn't really do such a good job. And yeah, I like the way the keepers were on the game overall. Now, another thing, I talked a little bit about the passing. It feels a little bit better, and a big thing I will notice is you can easily get that quick passing going, because if you play 14, you might have noticed, like, if you press the passing button too early, your player would like stick a leg out and completely mistime the ball and you lose possession. Or if over the top ball was played over your defense and you press the passing button too early to try and head it away, your player would go with a way too early header, miss it, and your opponent's striker would run on through and score a goal. That was probably some of the most annoying things about FIFA 14 in my opinion. Now, playing FIFA 15, I didn't notice that whatsoever, which was something I felt was very, very nice. You didn't have that, like, I guess, a premature header or pass, basically, where you lost possession, and that just made it easier to kind of get the quick passing going. You wouldn't mess it up as much, and that was something I really did like about the game. You could just easily get that pass and move gameplay going, which was quite nice. And here you see me getting another goal, making it 3-1, and that was pretty much also how the game ended, and sort of where this video is coming to an end. It was just a short introduction video to what I felt about the game. As I said, shooting, keepers, free kicks and passing feels very different, but in a good way. I'd say maybe the shooting, I do not like it as much as 14 right now, but I think once I get into the game I might adjust to it and like it a little bit better. But overall the game feels pretty good in my opinion, and I'm looking forward to picking it up. And over the next few weeks I will have a bunch of content out, some Ultimate Team stuff, some skill games, and a little cinematic video with some cool goals coming to you guys soon. And that is pretty much all. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another FIFA 15 video, and that's all. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later.